Let's continue with one more short vart from Rav Shimon Shkop. Again, you say Rav Shimon Shkop, as I mentioned, evokes Torah, Eon, real, intense things. So in his Akdama, to his magnum opus, the Shari Yosher, he begins and he says that Yisparach Habayir V'Yisala Yotzeh Shabaranu B'Tzelma Hashem created us in His will with the Mustav Nisai. Why? Lehitiv Imzu Lasenu. He starts right away. Then why are we on this world? To do good to someone else, which is fascinating. I would think start to Sefer. Talmud Torah Keneged Kulam. A good Musar Shmuz and the power of Torah. Absolutely not. Shekol Masha Bara V'Yatzer. Whatever Hashem created was for why? Why did God create this world? Why? To do good to someone else. Lehitiv. Hashem is the ultimate toiv, and he wanted to share his goodness. So he created this world. So too, Hashem wants us to do what? V'halachta b'drachav. To go in his ways, which is to also continue and do good. And he continues, and I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but he continues that this is what it means, Kedoshim to you. This is what it means to be Kadosh. And the Medrash says, you should be Kadosh like a Kadosh Baruch Hu. And the question is, how in the world we could be Kadosh like a Kadosh Baruch Hu? So he goes back and forth and he explains as follows. And I'm going to read one line. Shebe mitzvah zu, this mitzvah of Kedusha. So we said one pshat from Risham Shafal Hirsch. Pshat is parush, separated a little bit, very, very tiniest, smallest little things. And every tiny dot that I refrain from, it gives me control over my body. This is reminiscent of the famous Rambam. If you have $100 to give to tzedakah, says the Rambam famously, give 100 singular dollars to 100 people. Because each act of giving makes you into a giver. And if you give and you give, you're training, you're breaking your body. It's hard to give. You're breaking yourself to give and give and give. But he says over here that this mitzvah is kol yisoid v'shoyrish magamas tachlis chayenu. A strong statement. This mitzvah of Kedusha encompasses and is foundational to our entire life. Sheyu, kol avoidasenu, our entire work on this world, v'amalenu, and all our toil should be what? Tamid, constantly, mukadashim, sanctified, litoivas haklal. We're not in this world for ourselves. Our foundational life, Kedoshim to you, means mimic HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Model your life after God. Go outward and not inward. Shaloi nishtamish b'shum ma'isa t'nua. Nothing that you should do should be without doing it for not yourself, for someone else. And he continues, and he famously coins a line that we've heard so many times. It's tzedakah season, right? One campaign just ended. Shul's looking for more money. Baruch, the word more sounds like greedy. No, talking about like toilet paper. We're not even up to toilet paper, I don't think. We're talking about floors. Kiyadua. Baruch Hashem. We got the permit. Now we gotta move. So we know aser shetis aser, right? Give meiser, and you're gonna get wealthy. Says Rav Shimon Shkop, there's another application of aser to aser. With your time, that if you give to someone else, Hashem will give back to you. And he says that I was surrounded in a tzibur, and I'm here teaching Torah, and he says people come and talk in Torah to me, and then they apologize that they took my time. He says, what do you mean you apologize if I took your time? He says, maybe because I gave you my time, that's why I'm able to sit and learn and thereby give shiurim. One might say, wait, Rosh Hashiva, I took an hour of your time. How are you going to prepare the shiur? He says, no. Just like when you give tzedakah, you wonder, one second, if I'm giving, how am I going to get wealthy? All the Goyim want to know, it makes no sense. How are they getting money? It's pashit. Because you show God that you utilize his money well. You show Hashem, you gave me money to share, I'm sharing. Okay, I'll give you more. Says Rav Shimon Shkop, the exact same thing is with our time. Is with Inyani Kedusha, Inyani Ruchni, when we stop to help someone else. And this is an application, I think, which is so relevant to every single one of our people. And in my mind, it's almost what we would call a life hack. Because we know we're supposed to do chasadim. And we know we're supposed to be nice. And we know we're supposed to stop and help the guy when we don't want to help him, right? We all know that. And we know that, yes, to go to, the Gishmaka wedding, that's easy. But to go to the bris when it's not really a good time and it entails, getting up early and dropping the kids off and stopping in and coming late to work and all these things, we don't want to do it. But we know we're supposed to, but we struggle. And we say, but I can't. I know I should. And I know the guy who, I should talk nicely to him, but I'm so not interested. I'm just so tired. Just leave me alone. Let me just do my own thing. And after Meyer, I just want to go home. Stop bothering me and asking me ridiculous questions. Now is not the time. But we know we're supposed to, and we struggle with it. We want to be good people, but we struggle. And then, the guy calls and you're like, no, no, not now, not ever. Decline, not decline. I should answer. Oh, okay. Maybe he didn't realize. So you know what? Shimon Shkop just gave us a nice life hack, similar to when it comes to tzedakah. It's really hard, and we know we're supposed to give, but we know it's hard. What am I supposed to do? So we talk to ourselves and we say, yes, it's hard, but you know what? Says Hashem, test me. Do it for the wrong reasons. Give it so I give you back. So we say, you know what? I'm going to do it. It's hard. I'm going to give the $1,000. I'm going to push. Hashem, God, it's on you. And says the Gemara, it's the one thing we can test Hashem. And the stories, we've sat here so many times telling all the stories. This and that, how the money just comes. Says Shimon Shkop, why are we put on this world? Kedoshim tiyu. We're here to be a little bit like a Kadosh Baruch Hu. We're here to model ourselves a little bit more godly. How do we do that? We do that by going outwardly. But it's hard. And I don't want to. And it's trying and it's difficult. You know what we tell ourselves? We tell ourselves, aser shetis aser. We tell ourselves, I'm going to do it because I want extra time. Shem, I need extra time. I do. Maybe I need extra time to learn. Maybe one needs extra time to relax. Maybe one needs extra time to spend with their kids. Maybe one needs extra time to spend with their spouse. We all want time. What are we all chasing? So you know what we tell ourselves? Hashem, it's Meiser. Moshe Feinstein famously writes the same thing in a tshuva, Mamish LaHalacha. He's writing to Yeshiva Bacher that asks about learning with someone else. And he says, Meiser, Rebbe, you Meiser of your time. Yes, take time and give it to someone else. But Rebbe, I could be learning so much better. What, I should go and help this kid who doesn't know what he's doing? I could sit and learn, says Rav Moshe. Yes, because it's Meiser. And you have to Meiser from your time, says Rav Shimon Shkop. It's really Meiser. And you're going to get back in the same way. You'll get wealthy. Wealthy in time. Wealthy in ability to help more people. We all know we want to be able to do that. We want to, it's just hard. So Amir Hashem, we tap into a new element of Kedusha. An element of Kedusha, number one, we spoke about, of course, trying to be a little bit more Kadosh, a little bit less Gashmi, one dot less, one spoonful less. And if I can't, okay, so I'll at least utilize it through Ruchnias. At least I'll say, okay, so I really need it, fine, I'll learn a little extra, I'll daven a little better, I'll do another mitzvah. That's one element of Kedusha. But now we're learning another element of Kedusha, to be a little bit like Hashem. And now we're taught how to get there. How are we going to get there? By reminding ourselves, as Shimon Shkop says, no, don't apologize for taking my time. You're taking my time and Hashem's going to give me that much more back. Mir Tashem, we should all be Zeicha L'kach.